Okay, I'm just rereading Peter's comment here, and he's also asking the same question. So, saying when he switches back to the standard scheme, which is the original theme, I assume he means, it seems the ratio setting feature doesn't work anymore. Is this true? So, what I'll do is, just in case my file's a bit different, I'll record the process of installing the plugin, and I'll download the plugin from here. So I'll just open that into a new tab, grab this file, this one here. Okay, so I'll download that, show that in Finder. Okay, so I'll copy that. Now I'm using syncing here, so if I open this folder here, this is this folder syncs with my Samsung tablet that's used for the machine. So all I need to do is put this into the skins folder. So this is synced with the D1 Plus folder on the tablet. So go to skins, go to DSx2, to plugins, and this is where I would add the plugin here. So I'll paste it in there. And now with syncing, that will automatically transfer or create that file on the tablet. And I can check that that's been done by opening sync thing here and have a look at recent changes. Okay, so it's done that here. So it's from this Mac, it's changed. That's the path that's changed. So that's the file there. So I now know that file is on the tablet. So I'll stop recording here and I'll go over to the tablet. Okay, so we're over at the tablet. I'll wake that up. What I'm going to do is exit the app. Actually, before I exit the app, I'm just going to do an app update. Make sure I'm on the most current version in case there's something that's changed. So we're just running an app update now. It's checking. It says it's all up to date. So the current version I'm using here of Nightly is 1.46.1.37. So we'll go OK. I'm going to exit out of there. Now, what we need to do is open an app to explore the files. So the file I'm going to use, or the app I'm going to use for that, is called My Files on this tablet. So I'll open that up. Now the files are kept on the Samsung, it's kept in internal storage. Some tablets might call it SD card or something like that. And I've got mine installed in a folder called Coffee. I sync that folder to my Mac, but that's not so important. What we're looking for is the D1 Plus folder, and that contains all the files for your app. Because I use syncing to transfer the plugin across to this tablet, it's already going to be installed in the correct plugins folder, which is, we go to skins, DSx2, and then plugins, and we can see here stop await, or SAW auto ratio. So that's the file that it's come across from syncing. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to move it to the downloads folder just for demonstration purposes. So I've just selected that by long pressing it. There's possibly other ways to select it, and I'm going to tap on down the bottom here. I've got options. I'm going to tap on move, and I'll go back to internal storage to downloads. So if I was to download it from the Diaspora directly onto the tablet, it should download into the downloads folder. So I'll move it there so we can do a demonstration of for that type of scenario. Okay, so now I've moved it there. I need to go out to the downloads folder, and we can see here the top file today is the plugin we want. So we want to do the reverse of what we just did. We want to move that to our plugins folder. So I've selected that. I've gone move. I could use copy, but we're going to use move. Now I need to go to internal storage, coffee, find my D1 Plus app. Now I'm in that folder. I need to find skins, then find the DSx2 skin. Just be aware, we're talking about DSx2 here, not DSx. And then in DSx2, we want to find the plugins folder. And this is where we want to move it to. So now we tap down the right, the bottom right hand corner, we've got move here. So we tap that. And that file will now be in that folder. So it's now showing the downloads folder again because we've moved it. So we can confirm it's there by going to the D1 Plus folder, skins, DSx2, and then plugins. Okay, so I just want to point out here, it's very important to get this file into the right folder. There are other folders within the D1 app called plugins. I'll show you where they are in a minute. So this is the file we just put in here, this one here. So that should work now. All I need to do is restart the app. I've pressed that too long and it started a different app. So I'm just going to close out of that now. Actually, I'll go back in there and show you those other folders. So it's important that it goes in the right folder, or it's not going to work. So if we go into internal storage, I'll go back to my coffee D1 Plus. So your files will look very similar to this. In the root folder or the D1 Plus folder, you've got plugins. That is where you would put app extensions that work under the app settings or the settings app page under extensions. That's where those extensions would go, and they go in their own folders. DSx and DSx2 works a bit different to those. So we'll go back to the D1 Plus folder. You'll also find a plugin folder in some of the other skins. So if I go to skins, DSx has a plugins folder. So I'm in the DSx folder now, and it's actually called DSx plugins. So it's got a little bit different name. So you can see the second from the top there. But the one we want to use is in DSx2. So we go back to skins, DSx2, and its folder is called plugins. Okay, so pretty well covered that. Let's go out, and we want to start the app. Okay, so the D1 Plus app's now starting up. Wait for it to connect to the machine. Scale reporting, machine is connected. I can see here by the water level has gone up to 1013 millilitres, so that tells me that it's connected and the machine's heating. So now let's test the plug-in. You guys are saying that I'm just going to test it on this theme first. So I'll use the actual scale to adjust my dose weight. So the profile I've got loaded now is a D-Flow Q Dark profile. Right, so I'll make it an easy number to recognise. Let's go 15 grams. Right. Okay, there's 15 grams net weight there. So I've got a feature set that uses the net weight rather than the gross weight. But so let's have a look if this is working. So on the right hand side here under the heading latte, we've got the data for our espresso. At the moment it's got the profile name at the top. It's got 18 grams as the dose, 36 gram as the stop at weight value or our yield, which gives us a 1 to 2 extraction ratio. So now if I tap the beans down the bottom here on the scale, on the left side, if I tap those beans to update the dose weight, we can now see that the bean weight has been set. The message pops up. We can see the stopper weight change to 30 grams, maintaining our 1:2 extraction ratio. Okay, so that works. Let's go to the original theme, which is what was questioned. Restart the app. Okay, so we have the same profile, auto loading. So deflow Q2, underneath that it tells us we've got 18 grams to 36 gram, which is a 1:2 ratio. So I'll put my weight back on the scale. That gives us a net 15 gram weight. So now if I tap the beans, we can see the bean weight message and the stopper weight value has changed. So if I open that menu, we can now see we've got an option here for a red cross and a green tick under the stopper weight values. By tapping the green tick, that will update the profile with this new stopper weight value, which I don't want to do. If I tap the X, it would convert that stopper weight back. It won't change the dose weight, so therefore we'd have a different extraction ratio. So you can see I've done that now, and you can see the extraction ratio has gone to a 1 to 2.4 because it set the stopper weight back to whatever was set to that profile. Okay, so if I go out of there, I'll tap that to reload my my settings, which will set the bean weight back. And we can see here 18 grams to 36 grams. Tap my scale, and you can see both those, the bean weight and the espresso weight, have updated. So it's definitely working as it should do. Go back out of there, change back to the theme that I use. Okay, I'm not sure what else to test for you. Hopefully there's something in the video there that might prompt what you're doing. You might be doing something a little bit different, but it's definitely, the app's definitely up to date. So that's the current nightly version. DSx is version 3.37, which we can see down the bottom right hand corner of the screen, and that plugin is there. Failing that, I'm not sure what else I can do other than for you to send me your entire DE1 Plus folder, and I can go through and find out why it's not working for you.